Hi, everyone. It's so nice to talk to you today. We have a special guest here with us, Jennifer Donakowski Storks. She and I have been friends for almost 30 years now, I think. And she is the owner and founder of Storcks Designs. It's so nice to see you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Oh, I look in the background and you have so many products to share. Can you share
This
a
is
little
our
bit more? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and that's our messy garage. I thought I'd show you where the magic happens.
That's okay. Well, explain to me a little bit about what you guys do.
Yes. So Storks Designs is a business that my husband Rich and I own. We basically hand cast concrete into functional pieces of art for your everyday use. And then we have a small line of unisex jewelry for him and her, like stone beaded bracelets, earrings, and wishbone necklaces. But the meat and potatoes of our business are our concrete. We wholesale our concrete. We're in 43 backyards around the United States, 43 different states. We wholesale to different retailers like cigar shops, cigar bars. We're in like hair salons, we're in boutiques, we're in men's stores, we're in provision stores, yoga studios, you name it, we're in it. But concrete is what really is making us the money. The jewelry we sell at shows, we sell on our website, and I do consign for local shops, but it's the concrete that you can find anywhere.
That's amazing.
So
And what kind of products do you typically make with the concrete?
oh my gosh. Okay. Long story. Let me flip. I'm in my garage. So my husband and I work out of our garage and our home on the Jersey Shore. I work the business full time. Rich has a full time job on top of it. So we do like art shows on the weekend. So sometimes he doesn't have a day off. But let me flip this around because I wanted to I'm using my phone. So bear with me. I just learned how to flip a Ruski with this. Boop. So this is the mess. And my husband does the majority of the pouring. I do mainly the business part. So I don't clean up after him anymore. I used to
Why?
after he would pour and go to work, I would sneak in here and clean up. And I'm like, what am I doing? So this is what it looks like after he poured this morning and did who knows what. But basically, what we do is what makes us different than other businesses. First of all, we work with concrete. There's not a lot of people that do that, but we create our own molds. So what hand cast means is it means you're pouring the material you're using, whether it's resin, whatnot. Ours is concrete into a mold, and when you pour it in the mold, what you do is you see the bottom of it. And our concrete sits in our molds that we design ourselves. So they're one of a kind overnight. And then we pop them out. And then you get like this mold right here is our single cigar ashtray, which is this
Oh,
guy.
okay. I have
Yeah.
seen
So
it on your site.
yeah, yeah. We have seven different stock color combinations that he pours. They're really pretty. This is unfinished, obviously, because he just popped it out. But we pop them out. They sit for about, I guess, 24 hours if we can, so that they cure. And then he sands them. He hands them to me. I hand wash them in our kitchen sink, which I don't like doing. But then I seal them, and then I put cork on the bottom. So some of our designs is our single cigar ashtray, which is right there. We've got coasters, as you can see. These are all just curing. We do have booty planters. So we have three different collections. We have a cigar ashtray collection, we have a smoking collection, and then we have a home goods collection. So the booty planter is in our home goods. How cute is that?
That's very cute.
Who doesn't like a booty? Who doesn't like a booty?
Absolutely.
I know, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop in my house because I have them finished so you can see. Ugh. And there's Randy. He's our miniature schnauzer. He's our little mascot. But like for instance, here's our booty planner after it's been sealed. What we do is we put our branding on the bottom, and then this one has rubber feet, so it protects your surfaces. But you can use the booty planner on your desk to hold pens and pencils, and maybe your bedroom or bathroom to hold toothbrushes or makeup brushes, and you can even put a succulent in it. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
another item we do, which is brand new, which we just announced, is our wine holder coaster. It holds a double bottle or a single bottle. You can also use it for champagne. Again, can you see her name?
Yes, I
This one's
can
a,
see it.
you can see it, right?
Yep.
Sometimes it's harder with the marble when I stamp it. But these guys get rubber feet, and then inside is this cork. So what happens is when you put the bottle in here, if it drips, it's not going to get on here and it's not going to mess your table. So it makes a great hostess gift this summer if you want to bring a bottle of wine or maybe a bottle of champagne. But then going over here, this is our number one product. This is what started our business, our single cigar ashtray. It holds any gauge. If you know cigars, you'll get it. I didn't know, and I'm slowly learning, but it holds any gauge cigar perfectly. And it comes in seven colors. So you see it in the black, the gray, the black marble, which is black and white, terracotta marbled, green marbled, yellow marbled, and blue marbled. And what we do is we put cork on the bottom so it protects your surfaces. And then we even have our patent number on the bottom because when we first started selling these, everyone's like, you got to get a patent. You don't want anyone
Right.
to copy you.
Yeah,
So
you
we
don't
did
want them to steal your idea.
exactly. And eventually someone probably would. And what am I going to take them to court? I don't know. But we just did it because it does, it's just something unique.
Right.
But then you can also do it as a set because most people who smoke a cigar will drink a beverage, whether it's an espresso, coffee, or maybe it's an adult beverage like a beer or a bourbon. After work, they come home, they go by the fire pit outside, smoke a cigar. And then we also have like the small cigar rest or ashtray, you can call it, for someone who doesn't want to spend as much money, but wants to maybe get a little gift for a neighbor or a host gift, or maybe a stocking stuffer. And you could travel with this. So if you're going to a resort and you smoke cigars, you could bring that along. But what's interesting and unique about our concrete, I know I'm talking fast, I'm a fast talker.
That's okay.
Our concrete's designed to be kept outside, so it's not going to blow away. Water will not penetrate it, it's sealed. And the color's not going to fade. So most people smoke outside because nowadays you don't want that smoke or that smell in your house. So
Right.
these are perfect outdoor accessory, and you could buy the color to match your patio set, or maybe if he's an Eagles fan or a Jets fan, you could, that's a lot of people buy colors for that. Or a lot of people on the shore like to buy the blue for like their shore houses
Yep.
and whatnot. But yeah, so that's, some of our products. We have a huge variety. You would have to go to our website to see them all. But yeah,
And
in a nutshell,
your website is storksdesigns.com, correct?
it is. It is. And our store
And
is spelled with our name is spelled really weird. It's with a C and an S. So it's Storks, but there's a C after the R, and then it's plural with an S.
gotcha. I'm sure
Yeah.
I misspelled it many a time.
Oh, everyone does. I mean, my husband bought the other domains too, that if you spell it wrong, it'll still take you to our website. So we
Okay.
try to cover ourselves with that because he grew up with this name. So he knows who spells it which in what way.
I think you have a fabulous company. And is there anything else that you would like to share with us? Maybe some new product line that's coming out?
Well, the new one is the wine
The wine.
holder just announced. And we have some other things we're working on. We're just not at the point to share them yet. It's sort of a surprise.
Okay.
But I can share with you, I could share with you our jewelry if you want to see our beaded bracelets.
That would be fabulous.
Let me flip a Ruski and then let me grab, my cards. You guys are seeing all inside my house. So the bracelets, these are out because I'm doing photography. But
Oh, okay.
but the business started with jewelry. You know what? Let me flip. See, it started with jewelry. So I have my background is in fashion design. I've worked in the fashion accessory industry in New York City for 20 years as a designer. I designed different sort of things, but the majority of things that I designed was hats. And I loved my job, loved it, loved it. I worked with buyers close up like Macy's and Anthropologie. And then I also worked with brands such as the Jessica Simpson brand. I worked with her mom, Tina
I
Simpson.
remember that. Yep.
Yeah, that was really cool. We had to go to LA and I designed all our hats. That was
Yeah.
really cool. Also, Vince Camuto hats. We did all of their hats. So I know how to work with people. I know how to brand things, and packaging is very important. I know price points, I know colors, and I know merchandising. So that kind of gave us a leg up. And then my husband has a background in logistics. So he knows about purchasing things, about shipping, about stocking, inventory, all of this stuff. So both of us sort of came together and it just sort of worked in a
Right.
weird way. But one day I just was like, I'm one of those people that if I'm not content and happy in what I'm doing, I move on. I believe in not staying in your comfort zone. I believe if you take that chance, if you stay in the same job your whole life, you're never going to grow. You're not going to make more money, whether money's important to you or not. It's more about happiness. But it's so important to jump around and try different things that in 2015, like I had been doing this for almost 20 years, and I was just like, my flame for fashion and what I was doing, I was like, I was tired, I was beat up. The fashion industry is really rough because there's not a right or wrong design, it's someone's opinion. So you could design a whole line and then your boss could come in and basically say it's shit, but it's not. It's a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate my boss because she
Right.
made me grow and she would not take no as an answer. And that I brought into this business. And I know I drive my husband crazy because when he said we can't do that, I'm like, well, can we do this? And I don't give up. And I get that from my boss. So I appreciate her now that I'm gone, even though then I'm like, I don't like you. It is very stressful. But I did love my career. But towards the end, I was like, and I had taken a jewelry making class, oddly enough, and I had always loved jewelry. Um, and I just loved the class. Like my boss, the owner of our company, let us take educational classes. He paid for them. He gave us, I think it was $800 a year given to each employee to take any kind of creative class. And a lot of the girls took like floral arrangements or ceramics. I
Sure.
took jewelry and I fell in love. I always loved jewelry, had no idea how to make it. And I'm like, oh my God. And I think that just kicked me in the butt. And one day I came home and I'm like, Rich, I want to leave my job. And he's like, what? Are you crazy? Because
It's
I was doing
scary.
really good. I know I had such a good package, like great health insurance, just great, made a lot of money, just just really good job. But I was just like not happy. So
Right.
he's like, okay, and I had saved money to buy a house, a down payment. And I'm like, I'm using that to live off for a year. And he's like, go for it. So I started Jennifer Storcks Designs, which was jewelry. So I'll show you in a second, or stone beaded bracelets. I also made wishbone necklaces, and I
Yep.
have these earrings, small bar earrings, and my J
Very
stud.
pretty.
Yeah, I love them. I love my little earrings. They're easy to wear and they last forever because I use either sterling silver or I plate with gold. And actually, the base of the plated is called vermeil because the base is sterling silver, and I
Okay.
plate it. But anyways, long story short, I left and I did jewelry for like a year and a half, and then I wanted to do concrete jewelry, but I couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, babe, help me with the concrete. So he jumped in and I did a couple of concrete jewelry, but I realized jewelry's not going to make me money. Jewelry's so saturated. There's so many people making jewelry. And I just knew deep down, I was like, this isn't it. This isn't, I love it, but it's not it. And my husband one day was like, I'm going to make a cigar ashtray. And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm going to make a concrete. And, I was not 100% supportive, I'll be honest. I was like, an ashtray? Okay. He did not even a big cigar smoker, but he couldn't find an ashtray that he liked that he could just leave outside and not worry about. So it took him months to make the mold, and he created it. And it was just in this concrete color. So at one of my shows, we put it out there and people were going crazy. And I'm like, what the heck? And it was a little weird disconnect from the jewelry and the concrete because you walk in and you're like, what? Concrete and jewelry? What? But it worked out really well. We've expanded the line. And long story short, we now have this huge line and we moved from jewelry to concrete. I still do the jewelry because I love it, but I don't wholesale it. And it sells like our beaded bracelets. We sell so many at shows. People love them. And what they love is they're all sizes. And guys come in and I make really big size ones, large, extra large, even 2X. They
Yep.
come in and, oh, I can never find a bracelet to fit me. I'm like, oh, yes, you can. And I pop out and I show them and they're like, whoa, and they buy three, you know?
Wow. That's
So
very good.
yeah, I'm talking a mile a minute. Let me flip a Ruski so you
That's
can
okay. It sounds like
actually.
you found your true calling because I don't
I
well
did.
no either. I wouldn't like that industry because of that reason.
Yeah, it was very hard, but I loved it because it was challenging, but it just, after 20 years, I was tired.
Right.
But like we do bracelets, we do like tiger's eye. I mean, you guys probably recognize the brown tiger's eye. I have an aqua and I have a navy blue and I even have a magenta. There's ocean jasper, which is really beautiful. And my stones, spend a lot of time sourcing stones because I want them to be real. And if you're into the stone world, you know that stones hold energies. And I have some people come in my booth and they close their eyes and they put their hands over my beads
Mm.
and they feel the energies and then they open them up and that's the bracelet they buy because that's the energy they feel. And after researching and learning, I'm like, is this hocus pocus? Like, what the heck? Because I'm like most people. I'm probably like, what? And
A
it's
little
true, but
skeptical, right?
yeah, I don't feel energies, and to this day, I don't. And I think it's because I have a chaotic mind. I'm constantly running around and multitasking, and you have to be very clear and very open in order to feel those. But what makes our bracelets unique? Let me see. Let me grab the card. Like one of my more popular ones is the Amazonite. It's matte in color and it looks like the beach. We give cards with your purchase. So
Okay.
it tells you about the stone. Like the Amazonite's a hope stone. It's very soothing. It's very honest. It brings order to chaos. It helps with calming and it lets you leave a balanced life, gets rid of your stress with confrontations. So it's a really popular one. So by giving this, when you give it as a gift, it's
Right.
it's like perfect. And we gift everything in our signature stamped drawstring bag, which I'm gonna mosey over here. We're getting ready. We have a show on Saturday, so I've got everything all over my house.
Where do you have your show?
We're in Allentown on Saturday from 10 to 5. It's the Allentown Spring Stroll. It's in New Jersey. So it's not
Okay.
Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's Allentown, New Jersey. We've never been there. But I'm looking forward to it. But all of our items come in a stamped drawstring bag, so it's an easy gift. It's a great teacher gift, stocking stuffer, coworker, or maybe someone did something nice for you and you want to leave them a thank you. So you don't even need to wrap it. I mean, that's the big bag that goes with this guy, but we have smaller bags for our bracelets. And I think that's what makes us unique. We go above and beyond. Just making the bracelet. I think about packaging and, like when you go shopping, I think we shop with, oh, look, that tag looks cool. Or maybe you're looking at a scarf set and it's in a box and you're like, wow, this is really cute. The box, it's easy to wrap. It makes a great gift. So those
Right.
things are very important. And we spend a lot of money on packaging, but we feel like it's worth it.
And I think it's good too because it provides that personalization to the product that you're giving to somebody. If it's
Yes.
wrapped, it's in a nice like in a package. I love when stuff looks pretty when you get it,
Yes. Who
right?
doesn't?
Or
Yeah,
clean
absolutely.
and like nice lines and organized, and you feel
Yes.
special when you get something that's very well put together.
Absolutely. And it's like some of our heavier pieces, like we have these big decor bowls. Oh, I have one over here. You guys can totally see it in my house. But we actually use it to hold our keys. Let me flip a Ruski again. But this
Oh
is
wow,
our, get my crap out of the way here.
that's beautiful.
And it's made of concrete. It's got our name stamped to the bottom and feet. And we use it for our keys and our sunglasses. So, like this, when you purchase this, it comes in a corrugated box. So it's easy
Okay.
to wrap, and it also protects it. It's bubble wrapped. So we sort of think about that thing. And oh, to the right here, I'm not supposed to really show you this. Rich has been working on something. It's a clock.
Oh wow, that's really
Yeah, it's
cool.
Yeah, it's totally his idea. We just can't sell them yet because we got to figure out how to hang them in the tent at shows, and we need to find a box because people need to take it
Right.
away. But yeah, it's kind of modern, and this is something he's been working on for over a year. God bless him.
He's very
I'm like,
talented.
yeah, he is. He's very creative, and he'll try just about anything. And we've designed many things that we don't do anymore because they don't work. But what we normally do is we test them out at our shows, and if we get a good feeling, then what we'll do is we'll put them on our website and then maybe try to wholesale them.
That's fantastic. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with us today. Is
Absolutely.
there
Thank you.
anything else? Oh, you're very welcome. Is there anything else that you want to share with us, or do I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, we covered. But if you guys are interested, when you go to my website, storksdesigns.com, a window will pop up and it'll say, do you want free shipping? Sign up for our newsletter. So if you are interested in looking, because concrete is heavy, so you're going to pay anywhere from, I think, $7 or $8 to $20 to ship our items. So if you don't live near me and you can't hit one of my shows, and you're interested in purchasing, make sure you go on there and sign up, and it'll give you a code for free shipping, which you can't beat. And then you'll get newsletters, which will give you sneak peeks. And then in some of our newsletters, we actually give you other codes for 20% off this, more free shipping. So it pays. And I won't flood your email with crap, trust me, because I don't have time to send many emails. But we,
Right.
we try to entice people, because free shipping is very important. But also, I will mention all of our jewelry ships for free on our website.
Okay,
So,
that's wonderful to know. It's been a
yeah,
pleasure talking with you.
you too, Colleen. We got to get together. I know we don't live
I
near each
know.
other. Actually, we're having a show. Anyone of your listeners that live in Connecticut, we're
Yes.
going to be the first weekend in November. We do it every year. It's the new, or it might be the second week in November this year because of leap year. Anyways, it's the New England Christmas Festival at Mohegan Sun.
Oh yeah, I
It's,
know where that is.
yeah, there's like so many. This is where I do most of my Christmas shopping. I'm gonna walk this way because Randy's
Yep.
barking. But there's like so many artists and crafters, and then there's a whole aisle of gourmet food. So you can taste test jams and jellies and jerky, chocolates. Like it's a great show to do with your girlfriends. And if you
Uh-huh.
don't live in the area, maybe you book a hotel room and you make a weekend of it. But it's the New England Christmas Festival, and it's in Mohegan Sun, which I don't think is far from you.
It's about maybe an hour and a half, I think.
Oh, it is.
But it's
Okay.
that's not no, everything's an hour and a half in Connecticut. It's just how it is.
No, I know. But just anyone in Connecticut, if they want to visit us, or just we have many friends that do that show with us. You will do the stuff there is amazing. I buy so much stuff. It probably cross off most of my Christmas list at
Yep.
that.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. I really enjoyed talking with you today.
Oh, you too, Colleen. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.